Hi there. So now that we've gotten a quick introduction to MATLAB, let's take the next step. So this time we're going to create a script and dig in a little bit more to the language and let you see the syntax. So here we are. We're in a new folder that doesn't have any files in it. Command window, there's nothing in the workspace. And we're going to click on New Script. Okay, so that's going to bring up a new portion of the window here. And you remember how we could create variables like x equals 3 and so on, and clear them out of the workspace and clear the command window. At the beginning of a script, it's usually good practice to start with clear, format compact, and CLC. Now I'm going to save it and just make sure that we'll call this we'll call it lang1. How about that? Okay, so we get this lang1.m. Now that extension .m is an M file. It just means MATLAB script. So the reason that it's useful to have scripts is because who wants to, after you've figured out what you want to do, who wants to go do a whole bunch of those things in a row? It's better to have a script, and that way it's like sort of like a pre-recorded, please do all these things all at once for me. So like a batch file kind of. Well, let's do something interesting. Let's say that remember we created a variable named x and we assign it the value 3, and let's make another one called y and assign it the value of 4. So this is nothing new yet, but I want to actually create a new variable z and make it x times y. So introducing a couple of new things here. I can define a variable in terms of other variables as long as they've already been defined. So I defined x, I defined y. Now when I go to define z, z will be 3 times 4 or 12. Okay. In scripts, it's really useful to also add comments. You do that by using the percentage sign. And so these are our, let's say these are our constants, and this is going to be our final solution. Now we want to display that in a nice way, so we'll use the display command. Display this, DISP, display z. So it's going to take advantage of the fact that z is a number. Okay, so I'm going to save this and run it, and it just outputs a 12 to the window. I'm just going to add a little bit more to this so that you can make it a little bit nicer, and we can add an array. Our array notation for MATLAB is the square brackets, and we're going to make this a small string here. So we're going to say the answer is, alright, and then we'll end the string, and we'll use this function. We haven't used any functions before. So what we're doing here is converting the number to a string. So whatever is in z becomes a string, and it's put at the end of this string. The answer is, and then we put that number. So it's going to say the number is 12. So as soon as I run this, or sorry, the answer is 12, then we have that. And so that's really useful to present. That way you can go back and change the constants, and maybe it's 4 times 4. Now this time I'm going to press F5 to run this. I can run it again. The answer is 16. So there you go. There's your first script, just a few lines long. We have this beginning part where we clear the command space, we format it in a compact way, and then we clear the command window. And we set our constants to some numbers. we do whatever computation we're going to do, and then we display it. Alright, not too tough. So your homework, if you want to get some homework, is to make yourself a script that does something interesting. Alright, thanks for watching.